Happy Thursday and welcome to My.Na Cars with me, your favorite passenger princess, Diana Master. Today we are shifting the gears once again and we are talking about things that could save your life on the road. Today we are at NamCloud and we are talking about their app, which is the defensive driving self-learning app, teaching you everything that you need to learn on the road to keep you and other road users safe. So come with me as we talk to the founder and of course the brains behind this app to find out what inspired him to create this app and of course how this app benefits you and other drivers on the road. Welcome back, viewers. Now I am joined by Mr. Kenneth Kweeman, who is the founder of NamCloud. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, Diana. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for opening up your space to us and for allowing us in.
Sweet.
All right,
Yes,
let's
ma'am.
get into it. So tell us about the history of NamCloud Learners. When was it established and what services do you offer?
Yeah, NamCloud Learners was initially started back in 2013. And we started off as the name itself saying NamCloud. We started off as an IT service where we backed up data for people onto the cloud. But when these major players like Microsoft and Apple came in with their services, we switched our playing field and then we switched to doing e-learning solutions.
Okay.
Now, back in 2014, 13, e-learning wasn't that big in Namibia. So we decided, let me develop a product which is not accessible by anyone, but everybody must have it, like the learner's license. That's when we started developing our first app, which was the Learners for You app,
Okay.
which is for the learner's license, which we launched back in 2016.
Okay.
And until to now, we have got over 3,000 people that have passed their learner's license using that app. Yes.
Wow. All right, and this app is okay. We'll get more into the app because
Yes,
I'm more
yes.
curious about this app. All right,
Yes.
let's just briefly cover some more about your background. When did you introduce your defensive driving service, and what sparked the need to offer something beyond regular driving instruction?
Yes, when we go back to the app, when people started passing with the app, then they inquired about driving. So we purchased, we acquired 2 vehicles, and we started offering these driving services. And then back in 2023, we employed a lady by the name of Mary Van Sale, and she was also a driving instructor in South Africa, but what she did was she was also doing defensive driving. So she introduced me to the concept of defensive driving, and back in 2023 is when we started offering these defensive driving classes as well, because she was doing that in South Africa as well.
Okay, I see. All right. So what certification or background is required to be able to offer this kind of specialized training?
When you look at the defensive driving concept itself, it's more to do about the driver's attitude. It's not like the learner's license that you need to know the rules of the road,
Yes.
what speed limits you must drive. It's all about coming down to your attitude. It's about your intellectual emotions, if you can handle it on the road. It all comes to behavior. So if you want to, there is some courses in South Africa where you can go for the trainer for defensive driving, which focuses more on the training concept, where it teaches you how to manage a classroom, how to communicate, how to handle adult education, and all that. But the rest of the information for defensive driving is Q aspects, which is also in the SACA qualifications, where they looked at different concepts of defensive driving. So what happens is, if you go for a qualification like you are going into traffic or military law or security, then you must have defensive driving within those qualifications. So it's a SACA accredited content, where it's like if you want to go for security or so on, this is maybe 5 years courses, but defensive driving is within that.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So for public, we South African institutions decided to make it its own course. so that everybody can access it, so that you don't
Okay.
go for 5-year courses and so on, which makes the roads more safer
Yes.
and creates more responsible drivers on the road.
Okay, diving more into this defensive driving, what does one stand to gain or learn when they sign up for this course? And also, how long is it? How much is it? All of this information.
Well, we have got 2 different packages when it comes to defensive driving. Now, these 2 different packages both have got the practical part and the theory part.
Okay.
Now, the theory part is where we're going to go through the history of defensive driving, the SAGA accreditation that comes with it, and we also go through things like the 5 C's that you need to know, which is using your common sense, being cautious, being curious, being cooperative, and being caring on the road.
Okay.
Yes.
The
And
5 C's.
Yes, and also things like ABC, which is always be careful. And there is the one that is also within the SACA, which is called the SIPTA, which is search, identify, predict, decide, and then execute. This is a process that you need to follow to avoid hazards on the road and to become a safe driver. So basically, the defensive driving is what we encourage people to go through to make our roads more safer. They say defensive driving is the method that you teach yourself to become other drivers on the road. So you are not driving as yourself on the road, you're also driving as other drivers. Yes, you see yourself in that person's state. Like if he wants to turn in and he was too fast, then you know the next turn that he will do is into you. So this is awareness that you must build as a driver. If you come in the 4-way intersection and you see the car is too fast, and you know you are right because you came first in the intersection and you see that our car is too fast, it's better for you to stop to avoid that accident than to go through and have an argument later and saying that you are right or you are wrong. So defensive driving is more of like attitude that we want to push into the Namibian road users.
I see.
So it's like driving beyond your car for other people. So we want to encourage that type of driving. Like nowadays, when you go into a car and drive a car, the first thing that you do is you put on your seatbelt.
Yes.
You are not told anymore to put on your
Yes,
seatbelt.
it's just
comes
instinct,
naturally.
yes.
It comes naturally. So it comes as second nature. So that's what we want to force within the road users of Namibia, that when you drive, you are not driving for yourself, but you're also driving for others.
That is amazing. All right, so who is this course for? Is it for anybody? Is it for specific industries like logistics? Who exactly is this course tailored for?
Yes, what we are focusing more on is people that have got fleets, like logistic companies. Like we had people from just now 3 weeks ago, we had Erongo Met. We had about 6 guys from them. So it's for those traders, because as an institution, and you have got so many cars, you want to have responsible drivers. And that's basically what it's all about, is creating responsible drivers so that you as an institution knows that your drivers went through a defensive driving course, so they will be trying all their best to safeguard your property.
To safeguard your property.
Exactly.
Okay.
And their lives as well.
And their lives and the lives of others on the road as well.
Yes.
All right. What does one need when they sign up? I'm assuming obviously a valid driver's license.
Yes.
What else?
Yes. Yeah, we require a minimum of 1 year driving experience. That's basically a driver's license. And because the classes are in English, and we need you to have numeracy and also literacy when it comes to reading and writing.
Okay, so that's it.
That's basically
a minimum of 1 year driving experience, English literacy, and numeracy. Awesome. All right, so we will be right back after the break, because you did say you're very excited about the app and you want to talk about the app.
Yes,
so we will get into that right after this break. So stick around, viewers. We'll be right back. right, now we have switched locations. Yes, just like magic. Not really. We just walked in to the to the computer room. All right. So, sir, now we are talking this defensive driving interactive study guide, as we can see on our screens here. You've taken this digital, right?
Yes.
Tell us about the self-study defensive driving app, what it is it called, and what was the development like? You did say you developed it yourself.
Yes. Basically, how we developed the defensive driving was with consultancy. We consulted a couple of people, like the lady I told you that started with
Miss Mary.
with Mary, and also with two other traffic officers that have been for 10 years traffic officers, and so they contributed also. And because I've been in the training industry for 20 years, I put them all together.
Okay.
And I created this interactive training app.
And you created the app.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Why did you feel it was important to offer a self-study version of this program rather than in-person training?
Yes, because I have attended defensive driving a couple of years ago, and I realized what happens when defensive driving is offered is the instructor will just push out a projector, and then he will go slide by slide and so on.
And that's it.
And that's it. But now with our interactive training, it's more engaging. You can see if the person has actually learned something. And also the built-in quizzes. This area we've got over 500 different questions.
Wow.
With immediate feedback. So
Okay.
you can also test if the person actually learned something.
Learn something. And we are going to get to play around with this. All right. Will you be in the near future looking to add things like VR goggles to give, that realistic training? Or is this
100%.
okay? Awesome.
That's where we are going.
That's where the vision is headed. All right. Now, is this app suitable for individuals, or is it also useful for companies who want to train their employees remotely?
We use this to train our clients. Like when you come for defensive driving classes with us, then we sit you through this whole course. And the whole course is like about 8 hours. So we do 1 day theory, and the other day we do
practical.
We finish the theory, and then we go practically on the road. Now, like I told you earlier, there are two different versions of defensive driving that we offer. There's defensive driving, which the theory and practical. There are two different versions. Theoretically, we'll go through the course, and then we'll go on the road and with cones situated, and then just teach you how to avoid hazards and so on practically. There's the other one where we don't do that. We just go through the theory, and then we take you on the road to see if you can apply what you have learned on the theory. Yes.
I see. Okay. All right. Now, how is the self-study experience structured? Is it a guided course with milestones, or more of a learn at your own pace kind of learning experience?
Yeah, what we want to do with the self-study app is we want people all over Namibia to download the app, and to activate the app, there will be a fee that you need to pay. So once you have this app active, the app will work for 3 months on your device.
Okay.
And then you will go through the different modules. We can just click on enter there, and then we will see the 3 different main modules that we have there.
Okay.
Basically, the 3 modules are your core defensive driving, and you will have your hazard awareness,
and collision prevention, and roadside safety and efficiency.
Yes.
I see.
So this is how the self-study app would look like. So there are 3 main modules. So if you go to your core defensive driving that we will cover in the classroom, you will see that there are different modules: defensive driving in Namibia, vehicle inspections, ABC of defensive driving, the 5 C's that we just went through earlier, the system, vehicle control. This is what will be covered in your core defensive driving.
I see. So you said with the app, right, there's a small fee that we do need to pay, and it's available for 3 months on that device.
Yes.
So it's just specifically for the one device. I cannot use it on my computer or anything like that. It's just for one device.
One device.
One device only. Okay, awesome. So can someone complete their defensive driving certification entirely through this app, or do they still need to come in for the practicality courses?
No, once you feel that you are happy with what you have learned on the app, you can call on that number, or you can book in for an assessment. So you will come in for a theory assessment.
Okay.
Where we'll go through a questionnaire, 90 questions for 60 minutes. And then once you pass that, you'll go on to a practical.
I
where you will take you out for
see.
45 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, so
Okay.
once you have passed the theory that you have learned on the self-study app,
Then we take you to the road.
then you go on the road.
Okay.
And once you pass on the road, then we issue you with a certificate.
Okay, this then just answers my next question, because I was still going to ask, like, if they complete everything, do they still get a certificate, like,
Yes.
via the app? Show us the certificates.
So-
Okay.
This is a certificate, as you can see. This is the date when the person has finished. This is the date it was issued. This is the date it will be expired. And we have a unique certificate number here with a QR code.
Okay.
Like if you go and scan on the QR code, like this is now for employers or anybody that wants to verify. So if you go and click on the QR code, if you go on the QR code, then you will see the profile of that person.
Oh.
You will see the profile of that person. You will see the name, surname. You will see how much is scored in theory, how much is scored in practical,
Okay.
and the date that is.
All right. Now, is the app available offline once we download it, or do I need to be constantly connected?
We thought about that situation. Like most of the people that might need this type of a certification are guys that are in the fleet industry and so on.
Yes.
So they will not be at home where we have got free Wi-Fi connection or always have data. So we made the app available offline. So once you activate it, then you will be able to use it offline.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So I basically have 3 months from the time that I set up
Yes.
to complete the course. It's not necessarily like, no, in 1 week you need to be done.
No.
I have 3
You've got
months.
All 3 months, and the content will take you about 10 hours to complete.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if it expires, then I can always just pay again.
Yes, pay
And then start
you have
again.
another code.
Okay, so we did speak earlier about the VR goggles,
Yes.
right? That pretty soon you will be implementing that. Are there any other new features that you want to add in, like maybe real-time feedback? What else are you looking to add?
Yes, we also want to automate the actual testing for the practical.
Okay.
Yes, so that's one of the future things that we are working on. We want to build in cameras where we will see, because what we are assessing when we go on the defensive driving practicals is we want to see, is the driver always looking around, is looking at his mirrors every 2 minutes, is he aware of his surroundings, does he follow the car ahead in the appropriate distance?
Yes.
So all that is what we are looking at. So if you can automate that, then it will be a great.
Then
great
everything
solution.
will come together. All right. So this app is available for download both on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.
As well as the Huawei store.
Oh, nice. Okay. So everybody, and how much? We do need to ask. How much do we need to pay for this app?
No, the app itself goes for $250.
Okay.
And then if you come for the assessment, then you pay $500. And then we do the assessments on both theory and practical.
And both theory and practical are covered in that 500.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I see. All right. So when I download the app is free to download
Yes, you can download the app for free.
for free, and then I have to pay the
Pay the
250.
activation code.
Aha, and then you will send me the activation code and all of that. Okay. And I believe this is also the same process for the learner's license.
Yes, for the learner's license app is also the same process.
Okay. It's also 250.
No, that one is 80 Namibian dollars.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And you can just pay
You
online?
we also thought about catering for the individuals that doesn't have bank account, so you can use MTC Maris, you can do e-wallet, easy wallet.
Everything.
Yes.
It's convenient. Wow, I absolutely love it. So now you don't have an excuse as to why you don't have your learner's license. There's an app. You can't be like, oh, but there's literally an app and all you have to pay is $80. And then if you want to do the defensive driving, it's $250. Invest in yourself, invest in the safety of yourself and others on the road as well. Kenneth, thank you so much for, again, bringing us in, for talking a lot more about the Learners for You app, the defensive driving app. Is there anything else that you want to show me on the app?
There's a lot of content on the app. Like once you go to the roadside efficiency, just go back there on top there.
Okay.
Especially for the ladies, there is basic vehicle troubleshooting.
Oh, Ooh,
Yeah.
first aid on the road,
First aid on
driving
the
in
road.
extreme weather.
Yes. So here at basic vehicle troubleshooting, we looked at how to change vehicle tires, how to check your battery, how to check your oil. So just on the basic level, so that you don't call it for anything. Your
For
mechanic
any and
say.
everything.
Even
don't.
we wanted to empower women so much that even the voiceover is a female speaking to you as well.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it makes it more comfortable
Makes
and,
it more
and, and
comfortable.
less intimidating. I like
Yes,
that. I even
yes.
like the fact that there's these anti-hijacking tips.
And the hijacking tips is
Wow.
there
How
as
many
well.
modules are there?
There is like 14 modules. Yes.
14 modules.
Yes.
I see. Okay. Well, this is absolutely amazing. So I would definitely invest in this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Kenneth. Well, viewers, you heard it here first. This has been My.Na Cars. We were at NamCloud. We spoke all about their defensive driving self-learning app, and we also spoke a lot more about what NamCloud is and everything that they offer here. If you don't believe me, you can come and take a look for yourself. You can visit them. But nevertheless, Kenneth, thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Diane.
And now it's time for another Princess Pit Stop. This time around, we're going to be doing trivia. Yes, I'm going to be giving you some did you know facts where your mind is going to be blown. You're going to be like, I didn't know that. Well, did you know that your car has more computing power than the Apollo 11 spacecraft? Yes, modern cars are basically computers on wheels. The average car today has about 1,000 times more processing power than the spacecraft that landed humans on the moon. That's why your car can do everything from parallel park itself to even warning you about lane departures. Here's another fun fact. The world's longest traffic jam was 62 miles long. That's 99 kilometers. Yes. And it lasted for, take a wild guess, 12 days. Imagine being stuck in traffic for 12 days. This is why it's absolutely important to always keep snacks and water in your car, just in case we have a 12-day traffic jam. There you go. Did you know some of these facts? If you did, please feel free to let me know some more interesting facts that you know about cars.